past is present, an immersion in the Depression's day-to-day ordeal. When people picture the Great Depression in Seattle, one scene usually comes to mind. It's depicted in our then shot, looking north along the waterfront to downtown. Even in bright sunlight, it's a dark landscape. While smoky piers bespeak activity, the foreground paints a dispiriting amalgam of scattered makeshift dwellings. This town that forgot the straight line, as dubbed by American Architect magazine in 1933, appears devoid of people, but contrary evidence abounds, including light-colored clothes flapping in the wind. Overseen by the Seattle Tower, 1929, center, and Smith Tower, 1914, right, this formerly vacant acreage had been the site of World War I concrete machinery pits before it became known as Hooverville, a jab at Herbert Hoover, the new president, when the stock crashed in 1929, triggering the Depression. This portrait was taken early in Hooverville's 9-year existence. What many don't realize, and what may resonate in today's homelessness debate, is that the city declared the Hooverville huts hazardous and twice used kerosene to burn them down before letting the 600 inhabitants, nearly all men, rebuild with a promise to keep order. The pact lasted until 1940, when the site was cleared for use by U.S. armed forces as the country again mobilized for war. Those are among countless details in the narrative carved by former Seattle Times editorial board member Bruce Ramsay in his book, Seattle in the Great Depression, 2025 WSU Press. Therein, the retired longtime regional business reporter, a child of Depression parents, offers two noteworthy approaches to the topic. First, Ramsay mines material straight from the city's 3 daily newspapers and other period publications, including a master's thesis by a University of Washington student who lived in Hooverville. Second, unusual for history books, Ramsay casts his narrative entirely in the present tense. The result is that in 344 pages and with 120 photos, readers can experience how Seattle lived through the nationwide economic and social crisis day by grueling day. As Ramsay puts it, newspaper stories are first impressions, fresh takes. Because I wasn't there, I want to listen to the people who were. Today, the Hooverville site is the Port of Seattle's Terminal 46, eerily empty since the 2017 collapse of cargo giant Hanjin Shipping Company. The governing Northwest Seaport Alliance is seeking a replacement. Meanwhile, Greg Nichols, tagged with his own Nicholsville jab for homeless villages arising late in his 2001 to 2009 Seattle mayoral term, argues in a recent Facebook post that this land should come back in the heart of the city as a vibrant urban center like Granville Island in Vancouver, BC. Whatever its future, the site's haunting past persists in perspectives of the present. In our first then photo, Hooverville looms in the foreground on February 7th, 1933, as we look north along the waterfront to downtown and its tallest buildings, the Seattle Tower Center and Smith Tower at right. In our second then photo, reflecting the Depression's economic peril, this December 1936 view depicts the closing sale of the Carl Schirmer men's apparel shop at 116 Pike Street, 1/2 block east of the Pike Place Market. Today, standing atop a U.S. Coast Guard building, Bruce Ramsay holds his book, Seattle in the Great Depression, with the former Hooverville site, now empty Terminal 46, behind him. For more info on the book, visit bruceramsay.net. Also today, framed by a high-rise, the Carl Schirmer building is vacant, recently housing an outlet of Hard Rock Cafe.